Hello, everyone. This is John Corey Jackson, and I want to welcome you to Everyday Life with John, Everyday Living with John. And this is a blog that I've started recently, and I want to share my thoughts and experiences as a Christian with you. And I hope that this will bless you and enhance your life in some form or fashion. So be sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Now, the question that most of us always ask ourselves is, what is our purpose? Why am I here on earth? What does God want me to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do as far as a profession or a job or a career path? So these are questions that the majority of people tend to ask themselves, and those of us that don't know our purpose, we are wandering around, and we more likely are going to make mistakes. We're going to fall into trouble. We're going to experience different things because we're not doing what we're supposed to do as far as Christians and just people in general. We're not doing that thing that we were called or appointed to do. So this is something I struggle with, and I'm still struggling with it, but I understand why people struggle with it, because I think we're thinking of it in such stressed terms that it has to be something that's found, and we have to know what that thing is. So I think I'm still trying to figure out what my purpose is, in all honesty, and I think that's where we can go wrong at. And if you're a Christian, you've heard this verse before, and I will leave this particular blog post down for you below where you can check it out. For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope. And this is, of course, from Jeremiah 29:11. We all know that popular verse. We all know what it says if you're a Christian. So it's the verse that we tend to lean on more than others, especially if we're lost and trying to discover what our purpose is. But the more important verse that we should consider, in my opinion, and I've been thinking about this for the few minutes that I was writing this blog, is the verse of Matthew 6:33, and this is from the New Living Translation. Seek the kingdom above all else and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. He meaning God. So that leads me to what our purpose is. Now, our purpose is, and this is just my summation of it from this verse and from this one, is that we are supposed to first seek God's kingdom. And seeking is a verb, so that means we actually have to physically do something. We actually have to do something. We have to have a certain amount of faith in order to move the needle, so to speak. So, seek the kingdom above all else. That means we should be seeking God, doing what's right by his kingdom first and foremost, and then he will give us all that we need. So I know that still can be a little vague in a sense, because if you're over analytical like me, you're going to be like, oh, what does seek mean? What does above all else mean? What does it mean to live righteously? So you'll go down a rabbit hole that's unnecessary, and I know I tend to do that a lot. But the thing is that you want to make sure that you're using your gifts and talents, and this is just my humble opinion. Use your gifts and talents, the things that you do well, the things that you are the best in. You can use those gifts and talents to enhance the kingdom, to benefit other people, and to bring others to Christ. So that is what, in my opinion, seeking the kingdom is. And whatever else we need, whatever else path we need to go down, I think that God is sovereign enough to actually make that happen for us. So with that being said, I don't think you have to be a pastor or anything like that. You don't have to be confined to a church or four walls or whatever. But the thing is, you want to make sure that you're doing something for God that'll benefit his kingdom. Whether that's being a pastor, whether it's being a janitor, whether it's being a school teacher, in whatever capacity that you can use at that moment to benefit God's kingdom and his people, which means everybody. That means you should do it, and you should do it like God's looking at you directly. And that's the thing that I think we need to consider when we're considering what our purpose is. So our purpose is using our gifts and talents in order to benefit God's kingdom, whatever capacity it is. That can be helping people get out of debt, that can be helping people find a job, that can be helping people get through depression and phases of grief. That could be mostly whatever you can think of. So make sure you're doing whatever you're doing first to the glory of God, and then God on his back end is going to provide for you and using your gifts and talents. So I hope that helps you out, because it's something that is really important, that we need to make sure that we're finding our purpose first and foremost in God and the gifts and talents that he gave us, while using those tips, gifts and talents in order to evangelize, bring others to Christ, help benefit the kingdom in some form or fashion. So thank you so much, guys, for checking out the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will leave this blog post found for you below where you can check it out for yourself. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless you, and thank you.